I think 5G computing and edge computing have a very close relationship. As you see, the devices are getting very demanding. The amount of devices, the amount of sensors, and the intelligence we want, whether it's in cars, whether it's in mobile phones, devices, measurement units, and the whole IoT story needs a new platform, and that's 5G. And for us in Hewlett-Packard Enterprise and Aruba, we have that platform. We have that underlying infrastructure that really sets apart and enables that whole infrastructure. It will be always a combination of IT and lines and 5G, 4G, LTE will be very advanced mix of different technologies that will make it all run. We have that infrastructure, and I think it's very important to have that in mind when we are discussing with customers. Our portfolio, edge computing, both the server side and the wireless side, the networking side, are all complementary to what the 5G standard is all about, increasing the speed and the capability of the network. And as you go for smart devices, smart cars, more intelligent edge, you need that compute platform to be able to aggregate faster decision taking and faster response time at the edge where the issues are happening. Imagine a car where you want the data to be computed in the car. You don't want to have a crash warning to go to the cloud first and then go back to the car and say, oh, there is a crash. You want that intelligence to be in the car, and that's what I look at as an example of edge compute, where our compute platform, our technologies together with 5G is actually going to make that enablement of all that intelligence sitting in the car being instant to the user and to the drivability of the smart car today. We actually did a study to examine what is the biggest worries or what is actually happening with IoT. And we interviewed more than 3,100 CXOs from across the world, and it was a very, very interesting piece of work that we got out, or study that we got out of it. One of the things that really came across is that IoT is really working. It's really paying off. There's benefits coming from IoT deployment in enterprises today, whether it's in hospitals or in hospitality or healthcare, whether it's in schools, whether it's in education or large public venues like the stadiums we have enabled on IoT. But one thing that also came up was the big concern of CIOs today is, how do I manage all these devices and what do I do with the security aspects? So the security is really pulling out as a big concern for the CIOs, CXOs of enterprises today. And I think that's where Aruba has a really great portfolio, and that is where we will double down to try to help our customers with our ClearPass capabilities and our IoT security suite. We have a very, very unique solution that runs across every brand, so very open, and with this study in hand, we will now go and help customers to actually secure their infrastructure with IoT. So not saying IoT is not needed, but actually adopting IoT, giving more IoT, but in a more secure manner.